Hi students, today we are going to study tutorial 4.2 from chapter 4 of your book. Uh, in this tutorial we are going to learn loft command in SolidWorks. So the picture is in front of you. We are going to make this wine glass. To make this we will need to create some reference geometry. For example, we will need to create these three new planes: plane 1, plane 2, plane 3, and there will be more planes. So let's get started. I have SolidWorks part file open here, and I'm going to start working on it. So uh, I selected the top plane, and I need to create uh, at least three planes for now, which are 1 inch apart from each other, and they are all parallel to the top plane. So a reference geometry plane, and the reference plane for the new plane is the top plane, and the distance between the top plane and the new reference plane is 1 inch. So that's plane number one. Click OK. Then let's create plane number two. Reference geometry plane. Again, it's 1 inch up. The distance between plane one and plane two is 1 inch. So that is that. And let's create plane three. Plane three. Once again, the same distance between the two planes. So these are our three planes. Now let's go ahead and save this file. This is tutorial 4.2. So I'm gonna save it. 4.2. Okay. Now we are going to create our first sketch. That sketch is on the top plane. So right click top plane and create sketch. It's going to be a circle on the center on the origin. So that's that circle. Diameter of the circle is 2 inch. 2 inches is the diameter. Okay, this sketch is complete, so you can exit the sketch. Maybe you want to put it back in isometric orientation so you can see all your planes. So that's the sketch one. Now let's draw sketch 2 that will be on plane 1. So I exited out of the first sketch, and now I'm creating my second sketch which will be on plane 1. So right click on plane 1 and click sketch, and we are going to draw another circle there. Okay, the diameter of this circle is 0.5 inches, half an inch. Okay, so that sketch is complete, so exit that sketch. Sketch number 3 is basically a copy of sketch 2. So let's make that copy on that will be on plane number 2. So right click on plane 2, start new sketch, and the sketch on plane 2 is actually the same as sketch on plane 1. So uh, is there a way for us to copy a sketch, any sketch, from one plane to other plane? In this case we can simply draw another circle. That would be not bad, but I want to show you how to copy sketch from one plane to other plane. So to do that, we have an option on SolidWorks sketch tab called convert entities. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, then what entities you want to convert? So I want to convert this is circle here. So that will be copied on plane 2, and I'm going to click OK, and you can see that sketch got copied from plane 1 to plane 2. Then I'm going to exit this sketch because this sketch is complete. And next, on plane 3, I want to create a sketch on plane 3. That sketch will be copy of this big circle on the top plane. So once again we can use convert entities, but before we do that, you need to right click on plane 3, click sketch, and then use convert entities, select the big circle, and it will get copied to plane 3. So that's all good. You can exit the sketch. So we got 4 sketches so far, and now we are going to use a command called Lofted Boss, which is on the features tab, Lofted Boss. So let's go ahead and do that. Select Lofted Boss, and then I'm gonna clear this box because I had this circle selected. So I'm just gonna start from the scratch. Okay. So I want to uh, create a loft command using these 4 sketches, these 4 circles. So I'm going to select circle 1 here, then circle 2, circle 3, and circle 4. And it is very important to click on these circles on the same side. You don't want to click here and then click on the other side and then click on some other side, because then that will create a twisted feature, and we don't want that, right? So this is looking good. So I'm gonna click OK here. So that's how the loft command works. So that's what we have. We need to continue to work on this project. We need to create more planes. So far we have created 3 planes. Now we will create plane number 4, 5, and 6. They will be again 1 inch distance from each other. So let's go ahead and create these 3 additional planes. So I'm gonna go to reference geometry, plane, and select plane 3, and you can see 1 inch distance between the 2 planes. Okay, then another plane, reference geometry, plane, so that's plane number 5. Okay, reference geometry, plane, and plane number 6, and that's good. So we got all these planes. Now uh, we are going to create new sketches on these new planes. So let's select plane 4. We want to create a sketch on that plane 4. So right click on plane 4 and sketch. Maybe I will zoom onto it so you can see it better. Okay, we are going to draw a circle, center on the origin. Okay, the diameter of this circle is 3 inches. So smart dimension, diameter of this circle is 3 inches. Okay, that sketch is complete. Okay, then let's create a new sketch on plane number 5. So plane number 5 is this here. Right click on plane 5 and sketch. And the sketch that we are going to create is basically copy of I believe it is copy of sketch file that we just created. So convert entities, select this circle that you just created, and that will get copied on plane 5. Okay, this sketch is also complete. Now we need to create a sketch on plane 6. So right click on plane 6, sketch, and once again we need to copy sketch on plane 3. We need to copy this sketch onto plane 6. So convert entities, and you can select this circular edge, and okay, and that sketch gets copied to plane number 6. So that's all good. Now we have all these sketches. So once again we need to use lofted feature, but this time it will be different because we need the this to be a hollow uh, loft, not like this solid loft. So let's use Lofted boss command, and let's select each of the circles on the same side. So one. Okay, this is what happens. I accidentally had this circle selected, and then I selected this, so it's twisting. So I need to clean everything here first, and then start from the scratch. Okay, so I'm gonna select this circular edge, then this circle, then this circle here, and then this last circle. Uh, but this is a solid wine glass. We want it to be hollow. So to do that, we need to use something called as thin feature. So let's see, here is the thin feature option. You need to check that box, thin feature, and we need to define the thickness, which is should be zero point 0.1. So zero point 0.1, and also which direction you want to create the thickness. uh, you can flip this, in which direction you want to create the thickness. I will first see what we get. It's not looking good. I think there is some flat surface coming up here, so maybe I will, yeah, I will just go inside so that I don't have any flat surface there, and click OK. And looking good. You can see this glass is looking good, right? So I'm gonna put it back in isometric orientation. And now that we completed this, we really don't need to see these planes, so it's a good idea to hide them. So let's go ahead and hide. Right click on plane 1, hide. Right click on plane 2, hide, and so on and so forth. Right click on each plane and hide it. Okay, so that's how loft command works, and that is the end of this tutorial. Thank you.